You will now watch Yah Mans and them live. Yeah, because Angela Yee isn't on the show, they are swapping third mics. Yeah, they're swapping a co-host.
Yeah.
Whatever like that.
She left the show?
Yeah, she left the show.
She got her own thing going on.
Yeah, she got her own
That's
thing.
not going on yet.
She's independent. Now, the co-host for this episode is LaLa Anthony. And she has something interesting to say.
I don't think the Anthony's there anymore. I think it's just LaLa.
LaLa? All right. LaLa. Low last name.
I feel like currently marriage is not a goal for people. I'm not in conversations with people who are talking about like, I can't wait to meet someone and get married. Now people say, yeah, I want to meet somebody, be in a relationship, have this bond, but I don't need the marriage piece to feel like it's successful. And most, I'm not saying all, be careful with my words, most married people that I know are miserable and not happy.
Here's what I got to say about that. When I think about my future, marriage isn't really a priority. Like, I see myself in love, I see myself with a family, but marriage doesn't, it doesn't have to be there. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. That's how I feel. What about y'all? Do you feel like your future...
Why are you laughing?
Because you're just looking at me.
I do. I see marriage in my future. For me, I want to build a family construct under marriage. Don't ask me why. It's just in me.
I never heard him say that.
You never asked. Nigga. You only talk about yourself.
Oh, we've been doing this show for years. You've never came on here and said, I'm looking for somebody to get married. No.
I'm not. Whoa. I didn't say that. I'm not looking for someone to get married to now. But I'm saying marriage is something that I'm interested. Marriage is something that I want to do. I want to be married.
You want to be married, 100%.
Eventually, 100%.
I agree with her. I think that and I kind of could speak for myself. I don't think when I was like going through the looking for dating it wasn't in my mind. It's like, oh, I'm looking for somebody to be my wife, right? It's like, I'm looking for somebody just to date. If it happens in the future and we click and everything is going well, yeah, we could lock it in and get married. But the pursuit of it when you're single is absent. Yeah. Like no one's actually going out looking for it. To be honest, a lot of people not even looking for regular relationships.
Right.
Like less and less, right? Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Hey, listen.
Why are we not looking for regular relationships, Gus?
Hey, you know what? Listen, I'm in my prime.
You said you in your prom?
I'm in my prime.
Okay.
Nah, seriously.
Trust me, you're not that guy.
Hey, yo, come on.
Yo, cut that shit out, bro.
Right, that's crazy. You hating,
trying to
bro.
hear that shit?
Stop hating. Anywho, I like to be on the prowl. You feel me? Like, on a serious note,
Fucking
though,
Black Panther over there.
I like my space. I like my peace, and I have no interest right now of being in a relationship because I've been in a relationship and I did that. At this moment, I don't want to be in that right now. Relationships are beautiful, and they can be when you're in sync with it. But I'm out of sync with relationships at the moment.
What's the number one thing you don't feel like dealing with?
Someone else.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Makes sense.
I mean, that was as clear as it's gonna be.
Shake, what about you? What are your views on dating and marriage?
Sorry, hold on. Just to clarify. It's the expectations of someone else that I don't want to commit to.
So you don't want the responsibility of someone else.
Exactly.
Got you. All right. Say less.
What about you? Why you?
I just said.
Nah, you. What you got to... Sorry, Shake. Sorry. But he be like trying
Shake
to deflect.
don't want to answer this question.
Boom, 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 boom. Nigga, you shoot now. What's up?
What's the question?
Nigga, the question is, why are you not in a relationship? Why are you not pursuing a relationship?
I'm not pursuing a relationship because I don't want to be in one right now.
Okay, why? Why? What's the reason? What's the real reason?
I just enjoy being single right now. And it's not saying that I'm closed-minded to a relationship. I'm open to one, but at the moment right now, I'm just not. You took my answer. That's the funny thing. I'm not trying to say what you're trying to say, but it's the same thing because we've had this conversation before. So it's the same thing. I just don't want to be. I'm not in a point where I want to be responsible for anybody else emotionally.
Yes.
Financially.
Yes.
I'm at a place where I'm focusing on myself.
Yes. But look,
Shake, do you agree with what LaLa was saying about people not wanting to get married? Like, and what's your kind of take? in terms of marriage?
I can say I agree. I agree that a lot of people don't have marriage in mind when it comes to, you know, being in a relationship. But at the end of the day, for me personally, I do see myself, you know, getting married, you know, because a lot of, LaLa says, she sees a lot of miserable people that's married. I've seen happy people that's married. You know, like it just depends on how you move in your relationship. If you move with the mindset, yo, I want to be single, of course you're not gonna be happy in your relationship. You're not gonna be happy in your marriage because you looking to get out.
But Sheikh, the ratio of people you see who are married that are happy as opposed to not being happy, what would you say trumps the other? Is it people who are more happy in marriages or people who are not happy in marriages? Did I say that right?
I mean, my thing is my thing is when I see people who aren't happy in marriages, it's usually like celebrities and shit.
No. I'm talking about people you know. Like when you meet people.
As far as people I know people that's been through their ups and downs, but they're willing to be together in their marriage.
All right, I'm gonna ask you this one more time. For the most part, people you come across who are married, are they happy in their marriage or not happy in their marriage?
So let me reinstate what I just stated. So there are people in marriages that I know. Yes, yeah, because I'm not gonna answer it the way you want me to. There are people in marriages that I know who have been through their ups and downs, but they're willing to go through those ups and downs in order to keep the marriage going. I'm not saying there's not people out there telling me like, yo, I'm so miserable in my marriage. There's not people telling me that. There's people telling me that they've been through ups and downs. That's what I see. I don't see people telling me like, yo, I'm so miserable, bringing down their relationship, or I want to be single so bad. To me, that's immature. What are you telling me that shit for?
You should be a politician. You did real
This
good there.
nigga, man.
He did real good there.
Nigga,
Austin, what about you, man?
Bobbing
I
and
think-
weaving.
Did I finish?
Here's what I think. I think more people would get married.
Hold on, sir. Did I finish?
You finished, nigga.
Did I finish? You don't pick when I'm finished. Now I'm finished. Go ahead, Austin.
All right. I think more people would get married if they saw more successful marriages. I have not seen as many successful marriages as I've seen marriages that fell apart.
That's how you answer a question.
What
But
the
yeah,
chat saying?
I think just seeing marriage, and if all my friends, my family, everybody's married, happily married, and like there's no divorces, there's no problems, no breakups, no baby daddy issues, like all of that stuff. Like,
Right.
if I witness that, it makes me more comfortable to move forward with that. Right? It's like, oh, this works. This is good. It's not scary. But you see all the bad more than you see the good.
I think if you go back to what Sheikh
From
said.
my experiences.
Right. If you go back to what Sheikh said, in my opinion, the reason that people don't look at marriages and think that it's a good thing is because they look at it as I'm supposed to be happy in marriage. And I've said it before on the show. I don't think marriage is about happiness. I think it's about working with the person that you're with to create a life, a family, whatever you guys want together.
Right.
That don't mean you're gonna be happy all the time. Like he said, it's gonna be ups and downs. But people don't want to hear that. They want to know, once this guy or this girl not making me happy no more, it's time for me to go.
Yeah.
And that's not what marriage is about. So
And me personally, it comes from a standpoint like, yeah, I do see myself getting married, but my thing is I don't want my kids to have my last name and then their mom don't have my last name.
baby mama,
I don't want to be mama.
you don't want a baby mama.
That's not my goal. I'm not.
Shit, I'll take that any day.
You'll take a baby mama.
No, I take my kids having my last name.
I mean,
That's value. That's more valuable to me.
So just fuck the girl.
No, there's value in that, but
if
it's
it comes
like,
to that,
Whoa.
nah, I'm playing.
You're not playing. You dead ass.
for real.
You dead ass.
Nah, but I'm just saying like
Let me get into the comments after this.
that's something that like when I see like, you know, the whole baby mama, baby daddy, all that shit, like it's like all right, am I gonna repeat the cycle or, you know, break it? And I don't want to repeat it.
That's right. Melody says, I think a lot of people don't value marriage anymore. It's sad. I have so much to say about this topic. Then say it, Melody. Lily says, but you'll make a family happen, Gus?
Yes. I'm not against marriage, But I want it. If I'm going to marry someone, it has to go with the flow. Like it has to me, it has to be an organic feeling on my own. I don't want to get married because it's the right thing to do, quote unquote.
Can
I
you have
agree.
a family without marriage?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Shoot, you could have a family when the mom and dad get a divorce. It's still a family. Mom,
It's
even
a
though,
broken family.
Yeah.
but it's still a family at the end of the day.
Nah, bro. I don't need that.
It's still a family.
It's a broken family.
Nah, I
need
mean,
that.
not-
Hold on, I
it's-
didn't finish the. Let me finish.
My
all right?
bad, my bad.
Jay Brown says, shout out to Jay Brown in the chat.
Yeah.
They say marriage isn't for everyone. The society and society to me just brainwash people into the thought I need to get married. JMC J says checking in. What's up, JMC J?
Well.
And last thing, Melody says, I absolutely hate the fact that people look at their peers' relationships to determine if it's for them or not. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I not. Yeah, you gonna go?
Nah, like no, you could go.
I think marriage, for the most part, is usually a cultural thing. So you're usually like I was raised in church, so church pushes marriage,
Yeah, me too.
especially at a young age. Like
yeah.
they tell you the earlier you get married, the better, so you don't fornicate.
Do you want a revolution?
Whoop, whoop.
I said, do you want a revolution?
Whoop, whoop.
I feel like we do that on every episode.
Nah, my thing,
Dead ass.
We gotta get Kirk Franklin.
my
man.
thing is, I didn't grow up in the church. I've been to church, but I didn't grow up there. But
Yo, I thought it, but I wasn't gonna say it.
I didn't grow up in church, but I've been in
Thank you.
church.
Satan.
thank you. Thank
Continue.
you. And plus, you can pray anywhere.
That's
you
a
can
fact.
worship anywhere. You don't have to worship in the church.
You're right.
says it in the Bible. You
Right.
would know that. Anyway,
Try telling that to somebody that go to church.
They ain't trying to hear that.
Let's not get into this religious stuff.
come as you are. What the fuck is your suit? Anyway, but like I've seen examples of like great marriages. You know, I've seen examples of people going through their ups and downs. One of my best friend Wes, right? My best friend Wes, his parents have a beautiful marriage. Is it perfect? No. Do they go through the ups and downs? Absolutely. But they work together as a team to, you know, go against the odds. So that's when I see stuff like that, it's like, yo, that's something I want to strive for. It's not necessarily the title, like it's not necessarily just being married, but it's like that building that, you know, foundation and then, you know, having that go for generations, because that's what his family is. They have generational, like, they've been married. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, it's in his family. So why not? Like, I would want that for myself because I just want to build that foundation.
Shout out West parents.
Right.
Yep.
I've definitely,
Yeah.
in my family, last thing I'm going to say is this. In
Shout
my
out
fam-
Cam and Scott LaRock.
I was raised in a heavily Christian environment. I can say that
Heavily.
Heavenly,
heavenly and heavily.
Heavy on the heavenly.
double H.
Now, and I can say that when I was younger, that's what I felt like it was supposed to. I was supposed to get married, have the kids, things of that nature. That's how you build your family. But to me, it's like whether or not you're married, you can. To me, I still feel like you can still build a family. Like there's no right or wrong way.
Right.
It's up to the two people that's in a relationship. If they want to make it work, it's going to work.
The beautiful thing about it, I think, is making the decision for yourself.
True.
And not making a decision just because your family says that it's the right thing to do.
Or your girl says,
Your
or
girl,
your man says, it's the
you
right
gotta
thing
come
to
to
do.
that decision for yourself. If you want to
Exactly.
get married, but don't get married for no girl.
Right. it's a
No,
fact.
true.
Don't get married because your parents said you gotta get
Yeah.
married. Don't get married just because you got her pregnant.
Get married because you want to in your heart.
Exactly.
Don't accept
You
the
want to get married.
ultimatum.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
All right. So
Moving on.
I got one question for y'all. I was thinking about this the other day.
What's up?
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.